Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, it's very rainy and gloomy today. So I decided I'd take you along with me for an indoor racquetball individual soccer practice. So come along. Most colleges and some older gyms have racquetball courts that usually are almost always open. However, if you don't have a racquetball court, that is totally fine. Today I will be doing drills with 2 walls. Let me know if you want a video with just 1 wall. But yeah, I made sure to warm up really well, and then I got into it. I started off by juggling. I did right foot, left foot, alternating, 2-touch alternating above the head, and then some thigh touches as well. I'm a little rusty in my juggling right now, but during quarantine, I worked on it a ton, so I just kind of pick up those skills whenever I am practicing by myself. I really do like these indoor practices because you get so many touches in, and it's especially great when it's not that great of weather out and you just want to have some fun but also improve. So the first drill I do with the wall is just laces with my right and left foot. I try and keep my other foot planted so I know I am putting the ball where I would want it, so it comes right back to me. And then after that I do inside of the foot with both, but then I throw the ball up and like to cradle it down. After that I do some heading. This is proof to my coaches that I do practice heading. What's also great about wall training is you can focus more on things that you need improvement on. So for example, for me that's heading. So I do a lot more reps of heading than I do for other things. In most drills I do about 25 reps, but you can totally alter that to however you'd like, or just do it until you feel good, or even do it for a timer. But anyways, then after heading I move on to wall juggling. Wall juggling is very difficult. It is a lot harder than it looks. So to save you some time, I cut out quite a bit of my fails of juggling. So here are just some of the highlights. But I highly recommend it. It is great for your touch. And it is very hard because obviously the ball comes right back to you right away. But yeah, then after I wall juggled for quite a bit of time, I then moved on to wall juggling with 2 walls. With that being said, enjoy some ASMR, and if you do not like juggling and just want to get into the passing portion, skip ahead. After juggling, I went into passing. I did 1 touch on my right foot and 1 touch on my left foot. I just wanted to say it's super important to do the same amount of reps on both feet, maybe even more reps on your weaker foot. Next on the agenda was obviously 2 touch with both my right and left foot. And then I moved over to a different wall that was a little less bouncy, and I did 1 touch alternating, and then I did 2 touch alternating. Next up was 1 touch with 2 walls, and I made sure to check my shoulder every single time. Next up is 2 touch with 2 walls. I like to think of this one as I pass it and then I'm going to support the person I pass it to. Next up is 2 touches with the same foot and then pass it. This can be seen as like a juke or just to get away from someone. Next up is a Cruyff and then pass. Then going into a pullback and then pass. You really can do however much rest in between these you would like. I did very minimal rest because the gym was closing in about 45 minutes and I wanted to get the whole workout in. But also it just gets better workout if you do minimal rest. However, if you just want to take it slow, you can absolutely do that as well. And then I did a step over to pass, and then scissors to passing. Then is a fake to a pass. Look, watching this back, I look kind of silly. In a game, it definitely looks more natural. Lastly was outside of the foot, then pass. Moving on from 90-degree turns, now we're going to do 180 turns. So kind of the same movement, so this is 2 touches and then we pass. And then next up is outside of the foot, then pass. After that, we go into a pullback and then pass. This is probably my favorite turn. It's 2-touch Cruyff turn. So basically you pass it to your other foot and then Cruyff it. After that, went into step over, and then a couple fakes again. And then lastly, 2 tiny inside touches to turn. This is like kind of like dribbling to get away from someone. To finish the training off, I did some freestyle turns into shooting. I was very loosely aiming for the corners. And lastly, to end, I had to do some fitness. Great job, everyone. I'm gonna go home and stretch, shower, and then eat. You should do the same, but I will see you guys next time.